If the op amp in the figure is ideal, what will be the output voltage? V0. So this operational amplifier is an ideal one. What is the output voltage? So here two inputs. The first one is V1 sin omega d and the second input is V2 sin omega d. Now we will convert this circuit into S domain circuit. So where S domain circuit, this C is replaced by 1 over Cs. So this C is replaced by 1 over Cs, 1 over Cs. So since this positive terminal, that is non-inverting terminal, is grounded, and of course this inverting terminal also virtually grounded, so the potential at this point is 0 volt. Now here this current flowing through this capacitor is I1 and this capacitor is I2. So I1 plus I2 is equal to I. So I1 plus I2 is equal to I. Now this I1 is nothing but a potential difference, that is V1 sin omega d minus 0 divided by this impedance value. So 0 minus V0, sorry this one, V1 sin omega d minus 0 over 1 by Cs. Similarly I2 is V2 sin omega d over Cs, 1 by Cs. And this output current is equal to 0 minus V0. Here V0, 0 minus V0 divided by 1 by Cs. So all 1 by Cs is getting cancelled. So left side we have minus V0. So here sin omega d you can take common. So therefore output voltage is equal to negative of minus of V1 plus V2 sin omega d. So minus of V1 plus V2 sin omega d. So this is the answer. Next question. The circuit shown in below. The capacitor is initially uncharged. There is no charge in the capacitor. At t is equal to 0, this switch is closed. What will be the voltage across this capacitor after 1 millisecond time? 1 millisecond time, what is the voltage across this capacitor? So here this circuit we redrawn, once again we redrawn like this. Since the given voltage is 10 volt, so this is 10 volt, that is a non-inverting terminal voltage is 10 volt. So V2 is 10 volt. And of course this V1 also 10 volt, since it is virtually grounded. So V1 also 10 volt. So therefore the current is here, we have 10 volt, here it is grounded, so the current must flow through this direction. So I is equal to 10 minus 0 divided by 1k, that is 10 millisecond. So this current is 10 millisecond. The current flow through this 10 millisecond, and this current is also flowing through this capacitor, So 10 milliampere is also flowing through this capacitor. Again we know the formula for a voltage across capacitor is 1 over, that is integration of current is a voltage across capacitor. So this I we can take come out, that is capacitor value is given as 1 microfarad. So 1 into 10 power minus 6 dt. So when we integrate this t, but the time is given as from 0 time to 1 millisecond. So the limit is 0 to 1 millisecond. So when we substitute upper and lower limit and simplify this, we get the answer as 10 volt. So voltage across capacitor for the time up to 1 millisecond is this value, that is 10 volt. This answer. So for the given circuit, what is the load current? Load current they are asking. The 4 choices are given. So once again we redrawn the circuit like this. V1 and V2 is the voltages at a non-inverting and inverting terminals. Now at this junction, so here at the negative terminal, so the incoming current is equal to outgoing current. Incoming current is Vs minus V1 divided by R1. And outgoing current is V1 minus V0 divided by R1. So if we simplify this, we got the answer as V1 is equal to Vs plus V0 divided by 2. Again, for an ideal amplifier op amp, this V1 and V2 are equal. So therefore, this V1 is otherwise V2. V2 is Vs plus V0 divided by 2. Again, come to the positive terminal. This terminal, at this node, apply Kirchhoff's current law. This node having the voltage of V2, So V2 by RL is equal to V2 minus V0 divided by R2 is equal plus V2 by R2 is equal to 0. So applying Kirchhoff's current law, this V2 by RL, this is V2 by RL is nothing but IL. Combining these two terms, right? So 2V0, 2V2 minus V0 divided by R2. So again here from this we can write 2V1 minus V0 is equal to Vs. This V1 is otherwise V2. So 2V2 minus V0 is equal to Vs. So here in this place 2V2 minus V0. For that we can substitute Vs. For this entire thing we can substitute Vs. So Vs by R2. So for IL is equal to we bring this to right side. So IL is equal to minus Vs over R2. So minus Vs divided by R2. Assume that the op amp circuit shown in figure is ideal. If VA input voltage is a triangular wave, then what is the output voltage? So this input voltage is a triangular waveform. What is the output voltage? So from the observation we can conclude that the given diagram is a differentiator. So the output is a differentiation of input. So the input is a triangular wave. So let us take the triangular wave like this. We will consider the time over in this area. So where it is increasing like a slope. So let us take the slope is t. It is a linear function. Slope is t. So that otherwise called a ramp function. So this output voltage is a differentiation of input voltage. So output voltage is a differentiation of input voltage. So we consider only in this time it is a differentiation of input voltage d by dt of input voltage is t. So this results as 1. The answer is 1. So over this period it leads the answer as 1. Similarly, in this slope we have the negative slope minus t. When we differentiate that will lead as minus 1. So therefore this output waveform is a square wave. So input is a triangular wave, output is a square wave. So the answer is this. The output voltage of the regulated power supply is what? Is the question. So here this is a Zener diode having the voltage of regulated voltage of 3 volt. So therefore this terminal that is a non-inverting terminal having the voltage of 3 volt, and as per the ideal op amp this voltage is also 3 volt. So in this terminal we have the 3 volt. In the output side the circuit diagram can be drawn as, so here we have the V0 followed by 40K. Here we have 3 volt and 20 kilo ohm resistor. So this is the output circuit. Now here we will calculate first current. So this current value is 3 volt divided by 20 kilo ohm. 3 volt divided by 20 kilo ohm is 3 by 20 milliamps. Now the output voltage is nothing but this voltage plus drop in 40K. So V0 is equal to 3 volt plus the voltage drop in 40 kilo ohm. So voltage drop in 40 kilo ohm is 40k into current. The current is we calculated as 3 divided by 20 milliampere plus this voltage. So when we simplify this, the answer is 9 volt. So what is the output voltage of the given circuit? The choices are given. Here this once again we redraw the circuit. The V1 is the inverting terminal voltage and V2 is the non-inverting terminal voltage. So at this V1, at this node, the incoming current is equal to outgoing current, since there is no current is flowing towards inside the op-amp. So I is equal to, so this I is equal to 2 minus V1 over 5 ohm is equal to, this I is equal to V1 minus V0 divided by 10k. So here this one is simplified, we got the answer V0 is equal to 3V1 minus 4. Again the output circuit, we have this 2 resistors, and one resistor is 100k and another resistor is 10k. In between these 2 resistors we have the potential voltages V2. So the circuit is, we have 2 resistors 100k and 10k. In between we have the voltages V2. So from this in this arrangement, applying voltage divider rule, V2 is equal to V0 into the voltage across 10k divided by total resistance. So V2 is equal to 10 into V0 is V0, so 10 V0 divided by 110. So therefore at any op-amp V1 is equal to V2. For any ideal op-amp V1 is equal to V2. So this V2 is replaced as V1. So output is equal to 11 times V1. So here using the non-inverting terminal, using inverting terminal we got 1 V0. Using non-inverting terminal we got V0. So both the voltages, both the output voltages equate, that is 11 times V1, 3V1 minus 4. So equate these two and find V1. V1 is equal to minus half. So substitute here, V1 substitute minus half here. V1 is equal to 11 into minus half, that is equal to minus 5.5. So the given choices output voltage is minus 5.5. If the input to the ideal comparator shown in figure is a sinusoidal signal of 8 volt peak to peak without any DC component, then the output of the comparator has a duty cycle of, the choices are given. So the question is, this is a comparator. For this comparator, the input is given as a sinusoidal voltage of 8 volt peak to peak. So this is a sinusoidal signal having the peak to peak is a value is 8. So positive 8 and a negative 8 without any DC component, meaning that so it has a 0, that is 0 time. It will start from 0. So the average value is 0. Now here, now this is a comparator in the that is non-inverting, that is inverting terminal. We have the voltage of 2. So in inverting terminal we have the voltage of 2. When we compare these two, there will be a pulse is generated. There will be pulses whenever the sinusoidal signal is higher, that time it will generate the pulse. When it is lower than the 2 volt signal, that time there is no signal. Again it is higher, in this place it generates the pulse. So it will generate the pulse from 0 to 1. So this is the width of the pulse, and this is the angle pi, again 2 pi. So again the pulse is repeated. So here we know that the sinusoidal signal having the equation of Vm sin omega d. So at this point, that is at this point 1, the sinusoidal voltage 4 Vm sin omega d having the magnitude of 2. So if we simplify this, sin omega d 1 by 2. So omega d is equal to sin inverse of 1 by 2. Sin inverse of 1 by 2 is 30 degree. That otherwise called pi by 6. again this point 2 that will happen from pi to minus pi by 6 less, pi to minus pi by 6 less. Since it is here we have the pi by 6, the same angle here also we had. So pi minus pi by 6, that is equal to pi by 6. So this point is pi by 6 and this point is pi by 6. So the width of the pulse is difference. The width of the pulse is a difference. So width is 5 pi by 6, pi by 6. The width of the pulse is 4 pi over 6. But the question is asked is duty cycle. What is a duty cycle? So duty cycle, we know the formula is on time over total time. So the pulse is on for a time of 4 pi over 6. 4 pi over 6. The total time of one period is, so it will start from 0 and again it will reach as 2 pi. So the total time period is 2 pi. So total time period is 2 pi. So on time is 4 pi by 6. The total time is 2 pi. So when we simplify, the answer to duty cycle is 1 over 3. 1 upon 3. So the answer is B. So this is answer. So in the figure, assume that it is an ideal op-amp. What will be the voltage at the output? The input voltage is 10 cos 100 t. So from the observation we can conclude that this is a differentiator and this is a integrator. So differentiator and integrator is opposite. So the function is getting cancelled. So whatever input voltage we are giving, the same waveform we will get in the output voltage. So among the choices, the first, let us see, the second choice is integration of cos. That is only one action is performing. Here, if we choose this one, this is the differentiation of cos. That is this operation alone performing, and again this is also integration of. So integration and differentiation is opposite. So whatever input we are giving, the same output with a different amplitude we will get in the output. So the option is 10 cos 100 t. So this is answer. In the circuit shown in figure, identify what type of circuit it is. So here they were using as a positive feedback. The output voltage is taken and given into the positive terminal. So this is a positive feedback. For all the amplifier, we will definitely get a negative feedback. So this option and this option is not the case. Amplifier, we should give only negative feedback. So among these two, oscillator may give positive feedback, and a Schmitt trigger also may give positive feedback. May use positive feedback. But oscillator we supposed to not give any input voltage. So this is not the case. Only we have the option is Schmitt trigger. That is, it is a positive feedback. It maybe the answer may be a Schmitt trigger or oscillator. For oscillator, we supposed to not give any voltage, input voltage. So the answer is Schmitt trigger. If the op-amp in the figure is ideal, what will be the output voltage of this circuit? So this circuit, again once again we draw here the non-inverting terminal having the voltage V1 and the inverting terminal having the voltage V1 and the non-inverting terminal having the voltage V2. So this area we will draw separately. So 3 volt supply followed by 1 kilo ohm resistor and the V2 and the 8 kilo ohm is grounded. Now we will measure using voltage division rule. V2 is 8 divided by total resistance into total voltage using voltage division rule. So here voltage division using voltage division rule, we got the answer as V2 is equal to 8 by 3. We say 8 by 3. For an ideal amplifier, V2 is equal to V1. So therefore V1 is 8 by 3. Again come to this arrangement. So here we have the 2 volt supply followed by 1 kilo ohm followed by V1. V1 is so 2 volt 1 kilo ohm, and this is V1. So in between V1 and V0 we have 5 kilo ohm resistor. So therefore this the current, both the currents are same. So the current is at this node V1, incoming is equal to outgoing. So incoming current is 2 minus V1. V1 value is 8 by 3 over resistor 1 kilo ohm. And the outgoing current is 8 by 3 minus V0 divided by 5 kilo ohm. So when we simplify the answer, we got as V0 is equal to 6 volt. So V0 is equal to 6 volt. This is the answer. In the circuit shown in figure, what will be the output voltage V0? So here from observation we can say that the output voltage, part of the output voltage is taken and giving back to the input voltage as a positive feedback. So this is called positive feedback. In positive feedback, the difference between inverting and non-inverting terminal voltage does not decrease. It will keep on increase. So when it will keep on increase till it will reach the positive saturation. So the positive saturation is given as 15 volt. So the output voltage is plus 15 volt. So this is the